here in beautiful Merritt, British Columbia. Come on down and visit me. I want to thank everyone in the last week alone that's come down to visit me. I'll be closed this Saturday. Just want to give you guys an update. So, what do we got going on? Well, here it is. It is a beautiful, beautiful day here in the downtown Merritt, British Columbia here. Sun's coming out. It's a slow day for that, but just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on what's going on. So here's the shop. Everyone's asking about the store. I'm going to figure out something to ship just to you guys. Like if you guys want something specific, and we can arrange something for shipping, because shipping is crazy. Shipping is crazy. Somebody begged me to ship, what was it? I'll show you what it was. Outer Rim board game to Vancouver from here. It's like $58 to ship it. Like, wow. It's like $58, and that's with discounts and having an account and everything. It's getting to that point where we need to start questioning what the heck is going on here. I mean, we have been. That's why we're talking here all the time. We're just questioning what's going on. Okay, we got double A in the house. We got Spark. Is that Spark? Yeah, it's Spark Jeff in the house. Who else? Everybody's jumping into the comment section. Morning coffee with Mike. I haven't done a morning coffee with Mike segment in like, I don't know, maybe 2 months, 4 months. I have some on the backup channel. The backup channel was a very heavy predictive channel. Ooh. I was looking at morning coffee with Mike on the backup channel from a year and a half ago. Ooh. Oh, John Boy Silver in the house. We got Per Grosso, big moves. Oh yeah, we got big moves going down, folks. Big moves. I got a truckload of wood coming to the house. I got a fireplace. People are asking, Mike, you should put a wood burning stove. I do have a fireplace, but it's upstairs though, in the house on the second floor. That's the problem. It's kind of practical. It's better than nothing. And in the room that it's in, it's a big room. It's a nice big living room with couch. So the whole family could sleep in there if it gets cold, if something happens. Okay, we got 220 videos in 3 months. Hey, Mike, still plugging away. We got, I work in the hospital, so I am one of the last suckers forced to wear a mask. To anyone considering a career in healthcare, don't. Cream, no sugar, says the Good Shepherd. Yeah, cream. That's it. Cream and no sugar. There it is, right there. This is my Lord of the Rings. My friend gave me this. I drink and I know things. And I don't know if you guys watch. I'm gonna wait till my kids get a little bit bigger to watch the Lord of the Rings, so they can Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Game of Thrones. So this is from Game of Thrones. I drink and I know things, and I'm gonna wait till my son's 10. That means my daughter will be 8, my smallest will be 6, and then they'll be old enough to basically understand the storyline and stuff. And I have it up here for you guys. Look, I drink and I know things. I have that up there. It's kind of important to let people know where you stand, you know. So Progroso saying, I'm going to be famous, a famous YouTube. I'm lurking eating lunch, says Trump 1. I don't want the fame. I want to help motivate people, says Progroso. So come on, Mike in the Night, dude, when you can. And talk about your channel. Talk about what you got going on. Talk about the motivation that people need to, you know? I'm gonna check your channel. You have 250. I didn't even know. I may says I may. I don't use Skype though. Okay, well I'll find another way to get people on the show. I'm trying to find something to link more things together, but it's really hard when you're running everything by yourself and you need find a way to, because when you have one way for people to call in, it's kind of easier in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Yeah. So you got 230 videos in 2 months or 3 months or whatever. So I'm gonna go check you out for sure, and maybe put a link to your channel when this transmission is done. If you don't mind going to the raw video after it uploads and throw up a link to your channel, I would really appreciate that, and so more people could. Yeah. I don't use. Can I use Discord? Yeah, I gonna see if I get my Discord. I kind of left the whole Discord scene for a while. I still haven't been back. It's just been war on the Discord of mikeofthenight.com or Mike in the Night. No, Mike in the Night on Discord. It's just people ruining it for others, and people, going against what I, you know, what, just basically talking to each other. People are just ripping each other apart all day. So that's why I got rid of that. I didn't get rid of it. I just don't use it anymore. I think we had over 200 people on there, but so I can't think of any other option. I don't use Discord. Double A, wife is RN nurse running a clinic. I got to be careful what I word here. You know what I'm saying? Man, why it's so good to be with you guys this morning, man. I got an hour till I open my store. So I said, you know what? I took care of all the little stuff. I took care of. I think I paid my PST the other day for last month. I paid my PST. Finally filed my corporate tax return for 2021. Finally, so this way I have everything up to date, and then there's no. You know what I'm saying? Last couple of years I haven't made much here at the store, so just getting by and paying bills and the basics like paying the car insurances and stuff that I need for work and stuff. So just getting by and taking care of business, so to say, taking care of the family, so to say. Uh, I'm sure you heard about the juice moving all its assets back to their own bank by the end of September. What do you think they know? Oh, Vatican. Sorry, I thought it was the other V word. Um, oh, the Vatican is a big corporation and it's been off the rails. The church became more and more of a business as opposed to preaching and doing the right thing. The church has a lot of good it's done, and it's got a lot of negative and really bad, disgusting things it's done. And I something's going down. Something is going down for real, and it's really big. And I think it's beyond what any of us could fathom here on this thing. I don't think any of us could fathom what's going to go down. I really don't think we even know even the little inkling of what's going to happen, because that's how big things are going to get. Man, tomorrow is already Friday, folks, and it's already Friday in Australia if you're watching this from down under. And it looks like the Queen is not feeling well, and the family. So another distraction, worldwide front and center. Yeah, we got to get the distractions going. Yep. Okay, who else is here? Come on, throw your comments up. Let's talk. Yeah, Vatican is moving. Vatican's been doing a lot of shady things for the last 1,000 years or more. Who knows, man? Who knows, man? I know they've created their own nation state. What, in the 50s or 40s? All right, guys, start throwing some comments. It's morning coffee. Let's find out what's going on in your neck of the woods, what you guys have been hearing, what you guys are feeling. There's not a lot of people watching. We are severely shadow banned now, and it's part of. It's just part of the gig. It's part of I can't really post it. I tried posting things. I don't know what it is with Rumble. I'm not sure what it is. I paid for a subscription, $30. I think it was the $30 US per month subscription or the 41, for me to allow to live stream on there. And then we were gonna live stream on Rumble. We had everything ready to go. We had everything huge to go. We had it all promoted, and they wouldn't give us a stream key, even though we streamed before many times on Rumble to test it, right? They wouldn't give me a stream key. They wouldn't allow me to. They wouldn't allow me. I emailed them, and then they never got back to me. And then I canceled my subscription with them. And this was like 6, 7 months ago. So they wouldn't allow me to stream on there. So okay, like I get it. It's almost like we don't have much of anywhere left, and it's disappearing real fast. Vancouver ILBC 4 liter milk last week 5.19. Yesterday 6.09. Wow, that's Captain Nobody. So the price of milk is dairy is going to go well. They're going to start again. Start this food rationing coming this winter, right? Mr. IMC says Rumble needs improvements. Zoki is in the house saying hello, Mike. Yeah, so Zoki, are you in Pakistan? Can you tell us what's going on down there, buddy? What's happening on your neck of the woods? I would really appreciate that. I would like to know what's happening there. I know it's been in a lot of Viva just moved over to it. I don't know what Viva is. Just moved over to it. Oh, you're from Macedonia. Sorry, I'm thinking of Zoki. Sorry, I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. What's happening in Macedonia? Can you tell us? We need people. We need you guys to start calling in on Mike in the Night on Odyssey. We need you people to call in. What's happening in Macedonia? What's happening all over the world? We need to know, because we're not being told. And that's a big problem we're facing here. Zoki, same person? I'm the same person. Okay, I thought you were in okay, I'm thinking of somebody else then. That comments a lot on. You know what? Their thimble different though. They have a thimble on there. Been commenting for years on the channel, but they're in Pakistan. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna see if I could find him. I know he emailed me a few times too. I just want to know what's going on the ground there, because I know a good portion of the country is flooding. And Dutch agriculture minister stepped down under farmer pressures. Yeah, well, why do they even need an agriculture minister being paid by the taxpayers? This is the problem. It's this middle management garbage of people that don't do nothing and just push pencils around. Let the farmers negotiate. It's like the Manitoba Wheat Board, right? The Manitoba Wheat Board. Buddy, I'm going to tell you guys a story. This is a true story, okay? Buddy had a lot of wheat in his farm. Lots. And the Manitoba Wheat Board... we got to... Okay, pause there for a second. The Manitoba Wheat Board wasn't going to pay him the value of his wheat. Like, it's basically taking a loss or make $200 off a huge load. Not worth it for him. So he takes it across the U.S. border, sells it to their markets, okay? Big load, big trailer, everything. Takes it down, sells it to the American markets down across the border. Gets back to Canada, 3 o'clock in the morning, he gets raided with AK-47s, machine guns, semi-automatics, and people in SWAT gear come and raid him and put him in prison for selling his wheat across the border to the U.S., even though it's his wheat, his truck, his facility, his this, his that. You're probably wondering, how did they find out, Mike? Well, the Canadian rat working at the Border Customs Agency on the Canadian side probably asked him, what are you going to do there? He's like, well, I'm just going to go over there. He's like, okay, Pat, move along. Probably reported it. So that rat working at the border, right? Basically, probably ratted him out. I don't know. And that's what happened. That's what happened to the guy. He was raided at his home because he sold his wheat. He didn't want to sell it to the Manitoba Wheat Board He sold it across the border to the U.S., and he was raided at 3 o'clock in the morning with AK-47s and machine guns. This was in 2019. So don't say, oh, maybe they had these border restrictions of this and that. No, this was in 2019. So this is becoming a big problem. We can't free trade with America here. I'm in Canada. I have a ton of stuff I could ship to the US 24/7. I could actually make this business worthwhile if I could ship to America without having to pay like I wish I could pay American shipping in American dollars in Canada. I would give my left nut for that. Okay, Zoki's saying he's in Macedonia. Actually, is much better than Canada right now, but we also have big problem with electricity shortage. It's all the same politics in any country. Oh, we got Simon Shaw in the house saying hi. So yeah, I wasn't talking about the trucker thing. So, the truckers. I'm talking about what happened to a trucker in 2019 in the story earlier. So swipe back if you didn't hear that. You want to hear that one. It's actually pretty good. Viva Ferry is a Quebec lawyer now in Florida that covered days of truckers in Ottawa. Don't know who that is. Good morning, Mike. That is no Fernandinho. Where is that? No, that's no Fernando. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Morning coffee with Mike. What are you guys up to, man? What are you guys? What are we talking about this morning here? SA. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Italy has a candle and lamp shortage because power out this winter. I got a lot of candles and guys get candles and lamps and those tea candles. You know, they come in the cups that are built in. Pick up a few of those. I'm gonna pick up a few of them next week. I'm gonna start picking up a few more things to start preparing. So we got Fernando in the house, and we got Chantel. Is that no, 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 no? That's Canarad. I can't. You know what the problem is? Not because I have sunglasses on. It's not even that. Is that I'm getting hard. Like the text on the live chat is so small. It's like micro, like micro. It's smaller than a text, but like tiny. Ah, no, no. That's Canarad, Saleh. And who else we got here? Oh, scratch my ass in the house. Sheep are still grazing here in the mid Atlantic, seeing zero concern for upcoming winter. Oh no, guys, I keep saying preparedness windows, preppers window for preparedness. We did this video back in the summer. We've been bringing it to you every week since then, pretty much. It's November, December, January, February, March. Please, guys, be prepared if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. So we got M. Howell from Boston, Massachusetts. Conrad is like Canard. Oh, Canard. Okay, he's pronouncing Canrad is like Canard. Laugh out loud. Okay. Shutting down lead recycling plants in Europe due to electricity demands. Yeah, again, you go back. There's a mic in the night from. I'm not joking. It's up there. You could see it. Like it's. They're coming for your power. It's on YouTube though. It's on YouTube because we're allowed to still. This was from 2018 or 2019. It was a very in-depth mic in the night. We're talking about EMPs, possible ways they could disturb the already fragile. You get it? You see my lamp? That's a sexy lamp. Fragile. It's an inside joke. You might get it. But anyways, we went into the thing. We had call-ins. We had everything on that show. And it was dedicated to rolling blackouts. And they're coming for your power. Because that's what I believe. That's what I think is left in their cards. I mean, they're showing their cards right now. They're showing us their cards, and it's not looking good. So we, in our way, have to prepare. I got Mike, you in Vancouver? No, nope. I'm in Merritt, British Columbia. Any relation to Pill my... Nope, I'm not going to read that. Not that I'm aware, LOL. Careful, Mike. The lamp is fragile. Yeah, it is. It's fragile. It's Italian. Look, I'm not making this up. Look at it. This thing is great. Look at this. And it lights up on the top. Look at the bottom. And at the top. And both. Yeah, I'm going to leave that on today. It looks really hot. Did anyone hear news about the Queen of England? She might croak at any time. Who cares? Nobody cares. Love that, Mike, says M. Howell. Robert is... there is always something, Mike. Wish they just let us live our lives. That's it. Just leave the private sector alone. The problem is they're just going to print money to fund the public sector now. They're realizing they don't need us at the bottom anymore to pay our taxes to fund their whatever it is. They don't have the money for it no more. So banks are going to have to raise rates, and cities are going to have to raise property tax because cities are going bankrupt, right? So they're coming for us. Mike, I live in Mississauga since 2005. Last 2 years, I moved back to Macedonia. It's much better because everybody owns a home in Macedonia. We have a border with Greece, 2-hour drive. You are on the bench. Oh, you were on the beach. Sorry. Man, I can't read the text is so small. Is there a way I could enlarge the text here? We are on the bench. No, we are on the beach. Yeah. For me, I mean, worst case scenario, if I can, I move back to the Azores. I go back there to die. Or I go to the house we built in the Philippines. Mike, you'll shoot your eye out. The queen is getting ready to shed her skin. Zilke, good for you. That's good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you. But, once in a blue moon, if you guys ever want to send me you can send it on Skype. You could send up to a 3 or 4 minute video. If you want to do any reporting for Mike in the Night, like the Raven does and other folks do, and I play it on the show, you could do it without even showing yourself. You could be like, hey guys, this is Zoki from Macedonia. I'm here down at the ports. Looks like everything looks normal here. Don't see any you-know-what here, and I don't see any you-know-what there. It looks like people in the West are being played for fools. If somebody wants to go out somewhere, if they're living in, we got our resident correspondent in India, Nitin. Nitin comes on, sends me links and photos of his current situation there in India. It's kind of nice to get this kind of information from all over the world. Boots on the ground. We've been calling it, Boots on the ground from back in 2015, 2016, when we had Mario DeSetti's on. I wonder how he's doing. Mario DeSetti's a lost Canuck. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. If I'm going to see if his phone number still works. I actually want to talk to this guy and make sure he's okay. It's been a while, Mike, you got air conditioner at that store? I do. It actually works very good. That's it. Cools off the whole thing to sub-freezing temperatures. But it's only going to reach 25, 26 today. All week. This is the nice summer. This is the part of summer I love the most, is this part. Where you reach September into October. And then November it gets a bit chilly. But you could wear some nice... blazers and stuff. You could dress a little bit more formal. And then December hits. And then January, we get a bit of snow here. And then February, we get our last snowfalls. And then March, we roll into spring. And second, third week of March, I'm already rotor tilling. Woo! So that's why we got to prepare for this window. I got my water catching bucket ready my big barrels to catch water. Already full, ready to go with fresh water. If we need it for showering or whatever. I got a truckload of wood coming in about 2 weeks. I'm going to tarp it up on the side of the house, get that ready. I'm finalizing my solar. I worked all the bugs out of the solar. All the bugs are worked out. And now it's just finalizing putting up a nice sub panel. so we could run off-grid power, completely off-grid. So that's what we're working towards right now. This is what I'm working towards the next couple of weeks to finalize, and we're good to go. I could throw a load right now on my inverter if I wanted to. Right now, tomorrow, I could do it. But I want to do it nice. A guy's going to come in, put in a nice sub panel with lots of breakers, and he's going to wire it in, and we're going to run receptacles to different parts of the home for emergencies and this and that, and kind of doing an off-grid system, right? And you know what I mean? Kind of keeping it, I don't know, keeping it safe, so to say. Someone's asking, tomorrow morning I'm going to Greece with my car, 2 hours drive on the beach, Paralia, Greece. Albania's different story. Macedonia was part of Yugoslavia. Because somebody's asking, Zoki, how come so many people are leaving Albania? I had a dream about starting a farm in Sudbury, Ontario. If Ottawa wasn't so expensive, I would love to live in the capital, says Jordan Nelson. Yeah, like these places should not... Look, guys, housing, cost of living, eventually, unless they come and kill us all, housing needs to be tied to incomes. That's why you go to Alabama. Right now, I could show you. Don't make me show you guys. Don't make me get on the computer and show you guys. You could buy a 5-6 bedroom for $160,000 with 10 acres of land. I'll show you. I'm not making it up. I could show you multiple places in the southern United States where you don't even get a winter in most parts, where you could basically live under, you could buy something under 200K. A big place under 200K. Why? Because wages and incomes in those places still are tied to what you make at work. If you don't make money at work, guess what? Your housing, no one's going to buy it. You see? But unfortunately, here in the West, here in Canada and blue states of America, Australia, New Zealand, and the UK, they were heavily dependent on money laundering. Tons of foreign money dumped into Canada. Tons! And they had the Vancouver model. Bring in your money. If you're not Canadian, we won't ask you any questions. But if you live in Canada and you have money and you want to buy a house, just like they investigated me when I bought my house, I'm like, I saved my money and I bought a house. They investigated me like 6 years ago when I bought my home here in Merritt. They're like, you're paying for that in cash? I'm like, well, no, it's not cash. It's in the bank. I'm paying for it. Here's the certified check to pay for the house. They had to investigate me because I'm a Canadian. Canadians don't have money. What are you talking about? I'm like, I have money saved. I've done well. I've taken care of my family, and now we want to buy a home. We're not buying one in Vancouver. I'm not putting down my money for a down payment on a house, a $2.7 million home, and then I have to have a $6,000-7,000 a month mortgage payment for what? So I left the city. You could watch the video on the channel from 6-7 years ago. I'm done with Vancouver. I'm leaving the city now. That's it. I left. Now, when I arrived to town, I bought my home and everything. You can watch videos of my home. I have an entire tour of the house. But the problem we have here now is the property tax is catching up to us here now. So I have a feeling by the next 2-3 years, I'm going to be paying $7,000-8,000 property tax here if it keeps going the way it is. Because when I moved in 5-6 years ago, my property tax was $800 a year. Okay? Now my property tax is $4,300 a year 5 years later, right? 5-6 years later. So, and then you get the garbage pickup, $1,200, and then all the other bills you have to pay. And there's 2 stoplights in town, right? Some people argue it's 3. It's an unknown phenomena that no one will ever know in this town. But we have 2 stoplights. It's right here in the town. People want to argue there's a third one way up, like a mile and a half out of. I don't know if it's technically still in the town. Maybe it is, but it remains a mystery. Just like what the meaning of San Diego means, nobody knows. That's an inside joke from a movie. I don't know if you guys know what movie that is. They will tax us out of ownership. That's it. That's it. That's the Greedo 87. Yeah, thank you, Mike. My house is a Skopje, Macedonia property. Taxes $25 per year. Yeah. I have a friend in Greece. He's telling me he's paying 91 euros for property tax where he lives, and he has garbage pickup once a week. I go, do you pay for the garbage separate? He's like, no, that includes my garbage pickup once a week. It's like less than €100 a year. So I asked him, do you have more than 2 stoplights? Yes, we have a ton of stoplights when you go into the little square area. We have maybe 6 stoplights, 6 intersections with stoplights. Do you have a soccer stadium? We have a big one, like a big one for, and we have a training one for the kids. Wow, you guys have more amenities than we do. And we're paying 10 times the amount. So the one thing that will drive me out of this country will be just the unaffordable taxes. Like, once taxes get to a point where I'm only working to pay taxes, because I don't have a mortgage, right? I don't have to pay rent. I don't have rent to pay. So now, I pay rent to the store. But I'm saying, if I get to a point where I just can't even afford just to pay my basic bills to get ahead, I'm going to have to leave, right? We're going to have to go south. We're going to have to probably go south to the United States, somewhere in the south, or we're going to, if they will even take us. The problem is America doesn't want conservative people moving there, right? And then if they don't want conservative Christian families moving there, we're going to have to look at maybe going back to the Azores, right? Where I'm from originally, right? Where I'm a citizen of. I'm starting a manufacturing company in Florida. Hopefully, the poke, the entry will be lifted after midterm elections. Why pay half the taxes? I'll move everything out there. There you go, manufacturing. Well, contact me. I know I've lived in Florida for years. Maybe if something sounds good and the pay is all right, I just need money to buy food. I don't even need, I'm at that point right now where my kids are pretty much taken care of. Everything's taken care of, In Canada, $1 has about 20 cents buying power after all the taxes, about 80%. That's correct. 100% let's shoot cobbler. 1,000,000,000%. I'm not asking for anything. You know what I'm saying? Even my wife says, it's like, you have so many people, or so many people. Why don't you just work from home or do something? If the store doesn't work out, even though the store has bought me a house, a car, and actually taking care of my family, even though this store has done really well, and I've proven it over the last 10, 15 years. You could go through my accounting and my books and you'll see. Now it's going to start to falter and fail because of outside. If shipping was cheap, if shipping was affordable, I'm not asking for free shipping. If it was affordable, then I could really work on the shipping aspect of this business. But I can't. The shipping is too expensive. They've taken that away. After Canada Post bought Purolator, it screwed everything up. We don't have any private sector shipping companies. Oh, you have FedEx. No, they're all government regulated. Are you outnumbered here in Canada by the sheep, Mike? Yes, in my town, it's like, I only know 6 or 7 people personally that are not sheeped up, that actually see what's going on, right? That actually, let me tell you something. This is what I believe, guys. Okay? Yeah, no Mike in the Night this weekend. Yeah, no Mike in the Night. Yeah, sorry, guys. I got a big event this Saturday. I have to. We've been planning for over 6 months, so. Okay. Okay, let me see this. Let me figure this out. They're coming, basically. Ah, man, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, guys. So, this is, no. I don't know all 7,000 people, Winston. I don't know all 7,000 people. I don't know what people's situations are. I know of 7 people personally that are not sheeped up. 7. 1 I haven't seen in a while. 2 I haven't seen in a while, actually. And 3, 4, and 5 I see and speak to on a regular basis. Hey, what's going down? And now, let's take it to the next level. The people that have waken up in the last 6 months has grown exponentially. So from 7 people in my town, we're looking at about now people who are fully awake that I know of personally, about 65 people now that have now waken up to the fact that they had the wool pulled over their eyes. I like playing that sound clip on Mike in the Night. You got to get up early in the morning. to pull the wool over the eyes of a Gambini. Remember that? That was from My Cousin Vinny, I think. Yeah. Mike, there's very few lions amongst the sheep, says Conrad Sally. It's over 50% that's awake now. Yes, and then we did a Mike in the Night, 2 Mike in the Nights ago. It's over. It's game over. People are waking up. And if people don't believe it anymore, they don't have anything to hold on to. They don't have anything that they could throw at us anymore. Because now we're getting to that point where, hey, guys, it's game over. When are you going to, the gig is up. It's over, right? Game over. And that's the problem that we're facing. This is the problem that what happens now? How do they punish us, right? So, guys, big preparedness, okay? If you're in the northern hemisphere, please prepare, okay? Buy a lot of wood. I got, again, like I already have half a cord of wood already that I didn't use from last year. I'm going to pick up another, I'm going to pick up another, probably 2 cords. I think that's too much, but yeah. But the problem is my fireplace is upstairs, not down. If it was downstairs, oh my God, I would. But unfortunately, it's upstairs, but it works fine. It's huge. I put a ton of wood in it, and it heats up the whole upstairs. Again, worst case scenario, they basically what will happen is if the power goes out, we'll sleep in the one room together. It's a big living room too with couches. We can move sleeping bags and make it fun with the kids. Plus, we have. I'm going to start putting some loads on my solar and testing it out so we can have some lights and stuff and run our fridges and stuff so nothing spoils. If that happens. My electric heater is electric, but it's a Comey unit. It's on the wall, all in one big unit that I upgraded to. But we run on gas. We will have power to power it, but if they cut the gas... You see, gas shortage in Canada. Even though Canada has the 2nd or 3rd biggest natural gas reserve, they'll still cut our gas off, right? Even though I'm paying $800 in peak winter months for gas. I've read my bills for you guys on the channel over the years, showing you guys. Okay, Dirk is saying, "Hey, brother Mike, keep waking up the people. I'm getting wood. Great advice. Yeah, get some wood. You know what? If you don't have room in the house for it, put it alongside of the house, on a side of the house that no one could, like on the side of the house that's less, conspicuous or inconspicuous. I don't even know how to say that in English. Put the tarp on the floor. Put a tarp up from the dollar store on the floor, nice and laid out. Wood it out against the wall of your house, and then tarp that. And leave it there. Anytime you need it, you go. It's alongside of the house. It won't build snow up on it. You could always move the tarp off. Take a bit of wood. Take maybe, 10, 20, 30, 45 pieces for the day, whatever you need. And get that out of the way so you don't have to go back out if you don't have to. Things like that. Just very simple preparedness. For people living in apartments, you are, depending when the apartment was made, if it was made by European construction companies back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, you should be okay because they're well insulated and well built. And you could just have a few candles in each room to warm your place. Like if you have a small 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, a couple of candles could warm your place up if you're in an apartment. Also, make sure you have a lot of side water. It doesn't have to be drinkable water, just tap water in buckets so you could flush your toilets if you're living in an apartment. If you can't flush your toilet and you're living in an apartment and you can't flush it, you're dead. You got 2 to 3 weeks to get out of your apartment. I'm not joking with you guys. I'm not playing games, and I'm not trying to scare anybody. You've got to get out if you can't flush your toilet in an apartment. Okay? So there's a lot of things that people need to take into... So there it is right there. Tea candles and ceramic pots. Thank you. Thank you, Let's Shuka. Tea candles and ceramic pots are the way to go, people. They're glassed. They're encased. You could put them in an apartment. You could put them, you could even put them in a house, depending on how big the room is. You could put 3 in a circle on the middle of a table. That helps out with the heating or heating the home. or heating a certain area of the house, you don't need to heat the whole house, right? Or clay. Clay is good. Lou Guy says, wake up to what? No gas? Canada has lots of gas. Lots. That's not the point. The point is, are they going to allow us to have the gas, Lou Guy? I understand that Canada has the gas. I understand Canada has enough gas to power the whole world for 10 years. Literally. Straight. But what does that mean to us? What does it mean to the people that they've been lying to for the last 2 years? They're going to find ways to punish us. Okay? I'm not trying to scare people. I'm just saying they have the cards. These are all public services. Okay? My gas company, electricity, internet, these are pretty much all public services. No, Mike, your internet is private sector. No, it's not. If it was private sector, they'd allow competition to come in from the States to clean up house here in Canada and start shadow banning Canadians that are heavily shadow banned on mainstream media, or not mainstream, social media. What if you have a house but no stove? Says Simon. No fireplace. Sorry. Okay, if you have a house and you don't have a fireplace, my recommendation, man, I would, okay, see, if you're in a sub-rural area, like a sub-rural, you could apply, go to your city, ask them how much a permit is to put in a wood-burning stove in your house. Here where I live, it's actually $6,000 for a permit to put a wood-burning stove in my house. I checked. They want 6 large. Okay, so that's, I don't mind paying that. I mean, I don't want to pay that, sorry. It's like $6,000 for what? To keep the 2 stoplights going in my town? So go, Simon, just go find out, and you just stroll in, even wear a mask and use hand sanitizer. Make yourself look like you love the government. Just make that kind of look. Go in, just say, hey, how much would it cost to put a pallet or wood burning or little stove, metal, Oh, you know what? Come back to us with a design and the setup. Then you may have something. Go online, find some designs, find something for exhaust the smoke and blah, 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 and then go forward with that. And then go back to the city, see if they approve it. If they do, they approve it, then you go ahead and buy your wood-burning stove. The permit in most cities is about $300 to $500 for a wood-burning stove. Where I am, it's $6,000. So it's not cheap. I skipped the whole permit gig, assuming some risk, but I'm not asking for permission to heat my home. Exactly. That scratched my ass. But yes, I totally get where you're coming from. 100%. But because I'm here and I'm talking, I'm very anti-government and I'm very anti-public sector. But I do want people to know that there is an avenue where they could go to just to, like, if it's $6,000 for a permit, then do what you have to do to heat your house. But I'm doing what I have to do, so I'm basically taking the solar route, which is actually not bad at all. I worked all the bugs out of the solar system, had another friend come over, a Hong Kongese, that it lives close to me, became my best friend overnight. Me and him think exactly the same. This man from Hong Kong is a big solar guy. Big. And I knocked on his door. I asked him if he could come and look at what's going on with my system. He was there in 5 minutes. Man, we ended up becoming best friends. Literally best friends. Why? Because we were on the same wavelength. I don't trust the government. I don't trust this. I don't do any of this. I never did this. I don't follow this. He's in the private sector. He owns his own business. This, that. And I'm like, oh my God. I have the coolest guy living in my cul-de-sac and I just met him today. Right? So, and I'm very grateful to have met that guy. Because when there's an emergency or something, he's an electronics expert. He's a good guy to call, when you're in a bind. So, anyways, I wanted to put that out there because it's important, to get in touch with your neighbors. Local, you probably have some of the coolest people living in your area or on your floor if you live in an apartment that you don't even know. You don't even know. So you're under fire, says Opian. Marry few women, warming up yourself. So Paul Patata in the house is saying, yeah, Mike. It's more for insurance purposes. That's correct. You just want to make sure you go buy their book, but they make it so hard on purpose to get essentials. You are so right to punish us. Mike, how much real estate drop? Well, it depends where you are, guys. I'm seeing more and more homes for sale here in my little town that used to be put up and then within hours they were sold. I already have 4 homes in a row now with for sale signs for over 2 months. So you're going to see an oversupply in the market and people won't be able to afford their homes. I don't know what happens like in a huge situation like that in a small town, because I've always like when Florida started to crash back in 06, 07, no, 07, when things started to go south. I was living in Florida and I saw it firsthand what was going on. I actually saw the situation they were in, and that's why I left at the time. What happened was the immigration declined me allowed to stay in America, even though I had a company sponsor me. I made a video called, you can find it on the channel, I failed at being an American citizen, or how I failed to be an American. You guys could watch that on the channel. You'll find it if you search across. And yeah, I've tried every avenue. I've seen the signs. I understand. I've tried everything. WEF, fingers so deep in our pockets, can't bend over to crap. Yeah, and that's what people are asking me. Like, it's like, no, Canada has so much natural gas. So what? Does it mean it's our natural gas? No. Do they don't have there's no law saying they have to provide gas for us. You see what I'm saying? They're going to start circumventing these things and starting to use them against us and punish us, right? Look what's happening in Europe with the electricity crisis. Sean Patrick is saying, yeah, I'm worried. I will not afford my house when the mortgage comes up, starting a new business. Housing will really fall when businesses and jobs disappear. Well, it depends where you are too, because if you're in a city where it's heavily money laundered and a lot of the money is not tied to people's incomes, you will see little parts of the cities fall, and like the money laundered areas or the money propping areas that brought in and ushered in the money laundering basically are going to be just there because empty, because exactly, they've already rationed fuel here in Canada. I can give you a number agency that will do it for free. So Dirk Zink is WF. Yeah, Mike, I have a great log house on the north side of Lake Superior. This house would be millions in Vancouver, etc. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. But that house in Alabama would be like 40 grand with more land. Because wages are tied, or income is tied to housing values in some parts of America still. Massachusetts, no way. Illinois, no way. Michigan, not really. It's getting out of reach, right? California, same thing, out of reach. Incomes are not tied. That's why they want to make minimum wage $1 million an hour, because the average person just can't afford to live anymore. Back in the day, someone's saying Queen's dead in the comments. So people are saying the Queen's dead. So I don't care. This is going to be another distraction, and they're going to use this distraction. They're going to use this distraction again to front other problems, and they're going to. I don't know what's going to happen, folks, to be honest with you. That's why I'm just playing the preparedness game, to be honest with you, because it's better to be prepared because it's money in the bank. Food is money in the bank. Food is money in the bank, right? Oh, Mike, what do you mean? What if I don't eat all this food that you're telling me to buy? What do you mean you're not going to eat the food you buy? That's what you bought it for. If there's an emergency, you have it. If there's no emergency, guess what? You're in luck. You don't have to buy food for 3 months. So, Bring in a Canadian republic. Help mature as a country long overdue. Well, the thing is, we need to get rid of the crown land. We need to get rid of the yoke of England in Canada. We're still under that English domain, English. We're still under that. We've been under that for so many years. And once they unlock all the crown land and allow it for private use, for people of the private sector to use up, then we could go ahead and. But our Canadian government won't do that for us. The Canadian government won't do that for us. The Canadian government will buy it all up on pennies on the dollar and just hold it and make us suffer even further. And then they're going to bring in a couple of million more immigrants that come from countries that don't really have any freedoms already, so they can get rid of. They can get rid of us. They can get rid of us. Yes, exactly. I read studies that the majority of people are actually do with it. So I just wanted to kind of get this discussion going out there. But yeah, yeah, we're gonna hit some tough times, folks, in the going ahead, and I don't see any other way around it by making sure, um, just making sure that you're prepared. Again, it's money in the bank. Oh, well, why did I buy so much coffee or candles for? Well, then use them through your life. You know what I'm saying? Mike, I have 44 points on Odyssey. Tell me what they are worth. I don't know. I don't look at Odyssey crypto too much. I don't know too much about it. I just have it and I use it to promote my videos. Yeah, the Queen owns the corporation that owns the United States. Look it up. Yeah, there's all kinds of backdoor deals that were not made prevalent to. Period. Mike, should we use gold since the Queen is dead? No, that won't. No, they. I mean, no. I'm not saying buy gold and save it. Buy gold and hoard it. Buy gold and buy some gold and silver. But no, you don't have to use it because they still have legal tender, which people still agree on, right? The biggest thing is legal tender. That's the biggest agreeable thing on, right? I still agree with people that their money is worth what it is, so I sell my products to them to whatever the value is, right? So I still believe in legal. I believe in legal tender because once we get off legal tender and we don't have a functioning way, then we go back to the barter system. But the thing is, the governments are going to make it illegal to barter, right? With the Queen gone, give the crown land to Canadians? Nope. 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 They're not going to give nothing to Canadians. Yeah, buy gold. I meant buy gold since currencies are in threat, especially after the Queen's death. So now there is a king. Why would things change? Yeah, that's a good one, John's Guitar Barn. That's a good one. Art Bell. Mike is supposed to stock up on food, eat it. Will he do the beans and tea challenge? It would get clicks. A guy lost 50 pounds. He was 200 pounds by doing 40 days. How about 2 days, Mike? Guys, you're not going to believe this, but I've been eating once a day for the last 5 months. I've lost 40, 50 pounds. I think I weigh 180 now. I used to be 210. I eat once a day. I have my coffee. I got my lemon water for the day. And I go home and have dinner. C'est la vie. That's all I do. And I've been more energetic, feeling better. That's what works with me. Don't take my advice on anything. But that's what works for me. I eat once a day. So if we do have a shortage or a cutback of some sorts, then for dinner, I'll have like some maybe scrambled eggs and canned beans, refried beans, maybe some noodles on the side. And that's my dinner. Like, that's it. The next day I'll have some I have lots of sardines with rice. I got lots of rice. So things like that. Prepare some rice. Prepare some. Prepare yourself. Get yourself organized. Get yourself. Get yourself in the proper situation to allow you to. I don't know. I don't want to be symbolic on here or anything, but Blunt News, Queen, the Queen of Canadian land just died, so we're getting breaking news here. Kellogg's cricket bites for breakfast. No. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. I just go home and have dinner with my family. And that's what I've been doing for 5-6 months, and it's been the best thing. But I don't know where Canada's headed here. I really don't know what's going to happen to Canada. It's a very precarious situation we are in. Blue states of America, same thing. You got a lot of divide in America, huge amount of divide, and that's becoming. It's been an issue for the last 25, 30 years, and it's getting worse. And fasting is key. People over consume calories. Eating once a day is perfect. That's right. Who said that? Cash Malachi Chapel? I hope I said that right. Yeah, I just eat once a day. I go home and have dinner. Problem solved. 1.2 million kilograms of crickets. Again, guys, this whole cricket thing is public sector. Nobody in the right mind in the private sector that have money to invest is investing in a cricket factory. Nobody is. It's all, look into the documentation. All of it is public sector. All of it is public sector funded by taxpayers. So this is why they keep raising taxes on us, is because they're going broke by funding these bullshit ventures that are destroying the middle class at the core. Then the liberal government will come up and say, we just created 300,000 more jobs. No, you didn't. You created 300,000 public sector jobs that's going to feed off the private sector to keep your Ponzi crap going, right? I cut down on food intake. Great advice, Mike. Thanks. Well, just make sure it works with you. It works with me. It took me 4 days to get over it. And then now I go home, I have a nice dinner. And then when I'm done eating dinner, I don't even want to eat till I go home the next day. And that's what I've been doing. I've been doing that for, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. I've been doing that for a long time. And I've naturally lost a pile of weight. I feel good. I fit in clothes that I didn't fit in last year. So Art Bell is saying, old 1970s $10 note. Queen is a 1010 supermodel. When she was drawn to me, keep that picture, puff, puff, and older pity. And then John Teeter II is saying, water is my breakfast and lunch. Yeah, well, I have coffee. I like to have coffee in the mornings, right? No sugar, just cream. Here it is right there. And then I have my lemon water through the whole day. I just drink lemon water all friggin' day. I get home, I have dinner. That's it. If the wife is busy or my mom didn't make dinner or my wife didn't make dinner, then we go pick up something somewhere, But I don't feel guilty because, eating a sub or something. I don't feel guilty because I didn't eat that with 3 other meals in the day. So, you know what I'm saying? So I just had that for the day, and that's it. Right? So everyone's... the Queen of England died today. I remember the Queen once came to Brampton. Yeah, I'm not... I don't know. That's a royal family discussion talk thing. I don't know much about it. I know there's a lot of controversy. I know it's a really good... They disenfranchised the Canadian of the Portuguese king and got him out of power because again, I'm not going to get into this again, but the Portuguese reigned a lot of power until at the turn of the 20th century they disenfranchised and the British and the Dutch and the French were involved in overthrowing the Portuguese monarchy, because they actually had a tight grip, or a good grip, or a fair grip to the rest of the world. And, the Queen of England, not this queen, but a former Queen of England, opened fire on Portuguese trading vessels in the 1700s. You could look it up. Somebody looked it up. They found transcripts of it. They're like, yeah, Mike, holy crap. They did open fire on Portuguese shipping vessels for no reason. Well, because they didn't want to trade with the East Indian Trading Company, right? And the Portuguese were considered pirates because they refused to sell drugs through the East Indian Trading Company. Awesome to hear, Mike Martins. I only do one big meal a day. Some days I will do 2 meals. Not till 2 p.m. Good. I have put a little bit of food in my mouth. I drink coffee. Coffee is acidic for me. Your channel is now the King of England. Yeah, no. Yes, Charles is the King of England. Yeah, he's been waiting. That guy's old too. That guy's old. That guy was old like 20 years ago. I remember seeing that guy 20 years ago. He was old. So we'll find out if the John Teeter too. John Teeter is a very important man, by the way. You guys should check him out. John Teeter. Long story short, went back in time to get a computer. Went back to the future because it's needed for certain things and blah blah blah. Look up John Teeter if you guys get a chance. He's in the comments there. See what he was on the Art Bell show a few times. Anyways, guys, I gotta open the store here. It's 11 o'clock. I really appreciate you guys spending the morning with me. Yeah, someone's saying it's time to bring back the British Empire. Crickets are toxic. That's correct. That's correct. Cash, Malaki Chapel. That's correct. Great show on Odyssey. I have been watching old shows. Thanks, Dirk. Okay, guys, there's no Mike in the Night this Saturday. I told you guys, I've been warning you guys for like weeks now. This Saturday, no Mike in the Night. I got something going down. I'll be back next Saturday, back to normal. We'll go forward and march through this fall and winter season together. And hopefully when spring comes about, I think we're going to see some massive changes. And we'll talk ourselves through this over this time and kind of figure out where we stand, Thanks, Mr. IMC. Don't forget to check out his music on his channel, Mr. IMC. Mike, drink small cup of apple cider vinegar a day. It will help. I have some apple cider pills here, actually. Have a good day, Mike. Guido out. Okay, guys, I'll see you on the flip side. Mike Martins here. I have spoken.